Hello, welcome to the Final Fantasy playlist. My name is Adam, and in today's episode, we are going to be talking all about Star Strider. Star Strider is the 27th book in the Fighting Fantasy series and the third release for 1987. Now, this book was written by Luke Sharp, and the cover illustration was done by Alan Craddock, and the inside illustrations was done by Gary Mays. Now, this is a very interesting addition to the Final Fantasy series because, again, it is set on Earth, and it's set in a futuristic Earth. Now, looking at this cover art, I must say it doesn't do it justice for the type of story it is. Even the name Star Strider, you kind of think, okay, it's going to be set in space perhaps, which it is, but it's not what you think based on the cover of the book. The actual inside of the story is really well, it's kind of basic. It's kind of save the president type of story. You know, you are basically a Star Strider, which is basically you're like a space cop kind of thing, and you've got a limited amount of time in which to get some information to save the president before his mind gets evacuated of the information. It's really kind of complicated as well, and I must say the mission, as it were, or what you read on the inside, is quite complicated. It's not just a straightforward, here's your history of your character, and away you go. It is a really fun, enjoyable book, though, and I died kind of halfway through it, so I didn't really get to explore all of it. But it's a book I will definitely be going back to. So let's have a read of the inside, and you'll see what I mean. So, we've got here, when the Grimolians kidnap the galactic president and hide him somewhere on planet Earth, the powers that be naturally turn to you. For you are the top rogue tracer of the sector where this minor planet is situated. Your job is to rescue him. You do not know where he is, but you know that you will be up against cunning opponents and some of the deadliest androids in the galaxy, and you are well aware that there are likely to be many unforeseen dangers as well. You have only 48 hours in which to succeed. After that, the brain scanning of the president will be complete. And then that's basically it. You have to seek out and get the information needed to save the president. So it's a real basic story, but it's a real fun story. And again, I died pretty sort of like, I would say halfway in. But I have a feeling it was probably a little bit more earlier than that. But it's a book that I'd highly recommend. Now, the inside illustrations, there's not very many of them, okay? And the ones that there are really basic, you know. But I'm not knocking them. Gary, you did a great job on the inside, and Alan, you've done a cracking job on the exterior art. But I don't feel that the artwork does this story justice. Because the story is kind of unique to the Fighting Fantasy series. Okay, we've had stories set in space, we've had stories set in the future, but this one, just something about it sets it apart from the rest. I really highly recommend seeking out this book and reading it and giving it a go, because it is real fun to play. So Star Strider. So that's it for this episode, really. If you've got any questions, the Q&A is still going, and I think what we'll do is when we get to around about episode 50, I'll do a Q&A episode. So we've got plenty of time, like half a year really, to compile these questions. But if you've got any questions for this series, put them in the comments below, and I'll do a Q&A in the future. And until then, guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.